Hello, my name is Josh Mitchell, and today I'll be giving you a tutorial on the Carlson feature known as paper space. As you can see, I've already skipped steps 1 and 2 in the user guide and have opened my drawing. Now I will need to enter the paper space environment, which is done by going to the bottom left corner of the screen and clicking the Layout tab. Once in the Layout tab, you will see that there is a blank piece of paper. Now this is the paper that you will print on. Now we will need to check the printer and the paper size. This is done by right-clicking on the Layout tab and going to Page Setup Manager. Once this screen loads, you will click Modify, and the down arrow for the printer plotter will let you choose where to print, and the paper size down arrow will let you choose your paper size. I will be using a 34 by 22 inch piece of paper to print on. Then click OK and close. Now we'll need to enter our layout, which is done by layout I mean a title block or template. And this is done by typing layout into the bottom toolbox, hitting enter, and then you will either double click or type in template. Then I will open my title block or template, hit OK, OK. Now my title block is opened on a different layout, as you can see at the bottom of the screen here, which is not a big deal. It's right here. Now if you do not have a pre-made template or title block, there is ways to create one. So you will need to create text, so you will use the dtext command, and it will ask you to specify a starting point, so I'll click here. And as you can see, this 4 at the bottom here means 4 inches. So if you were to put this in at 4 inches, so I'll just type 4 just for a better example, and then I will hit enter again, and I'll type my name. So if I was to print this out, my name would be printed at 4 inches in height. So I'll go ahead and delete this, and now I will tell you how to create a border. This is done by using the rectang command, and you can either create a custom border, or you can click dimensions and type in your border. I'll create a square that is, we'll go 31 by 21. Okay, so this is a 31 by 21 border, and I will go ahead and delete that. I'm going to go ahead and delete this whole layout page altogether, as it is useless. Okay, and now I will tell you how to create a viewport. A viewport is essentially a portal back to your original drawing. You can edit your drawing while in the viewport. So this is done by the mview command, and then it will ask you to create your dimensions. So I'll make mine almost the whole page, and I have now created a viewport. Now it's important to explain right now that you are in paper space, but to edit this drawing you will need to be in model space. There's 2 ways to enter model space. You can either type in MS, and you can tell you're in model space by when the border gets a broad outline, bold outline. And to exit, you will type in PS for paper space, and then you are back in paper space. You can also double click inside or double click outside to exit or enter. Now I'll explain how to properly scale your drawing. So I will enter model space, and I will unscale my drawing, and then I will stay in model space, and I will use the zoom command, and then I will want a 1 to 100 scale, meaning 1 inch equals 100 feet. So I'll type in 1/100 XP. Now it is important to type in XP. So I will hit enter, and my scale is now at 1 to 100. While you are in the screen, you cannot zoom in or out with the scroll on the mouse, as this will make the drawing unscaled. As you can see, my picture here is not where I would like it to be, so I am going to freeze the rest of the drawing so it is not visible and make this viewport only this picture. So this is done by going to the layout properties screen, which is done by typing in LA. Then you're going to use the VP freeze. Click here and I will select them all and I will freeze them all, and now I will unfreeze my picture. Oops, gotta click out of here first, and I will unfreeze my picture, and I will exit, and now only my picture remains. So I will move this to the center, and I will exit model space and go into paper space, and now I will drag the corners of my border of the viewport to the corners of the picture. Okay, so I have successfully limited my viewport to only containing the picture to be visible. Now there is another command known as vclip, which is similar to freezing all to this command that I just showed you, but instead of freezing the layers, the entities of the drawing are still within the viewport, they just aren't visible. The vclip command changes the outline of the viewport. So now I will get into that, and I will move my picture up to here, and I will create a viewport again. Roughly the same size as before. Okay, first I will go into this viewport and freeze the picture now. Okay. So now I'll type in VP clip, and it'll ask me which viewport I choose to edit, and I will select. I will click enter, and it will specify where to start. So I wish to show my example of a quintessential lot layout, so I will click on the four corners of the lot. And you will always click back to the beginning. Okay. And I will hit enter, and there we have it. So I have successfully changed the outline of my viewport. So that does it for Tutorial Day on Paperspace. Thank you for watching. This is Josh Mitchell.